And I'm Lexi Cook. There are still a lot of unanswered questions about a series of high-dollar thefts at a local pharmacy.
Yeah, but we do now know this.
An East Texas man is dead after officials say a hunting trip went terribly wrong. The Harrison County Sheriff's Department says Benjamin Huffman, also known as Randy, died early this morning below a deer stand. A witness told deputies he and Huffman were planning to hunt deer this morning near Quail Lane and Willie Smith Road in Harrison County. He says he climbed a ladder and went into the deer stand before Huffman. The man told deputies when Huffman handed him his rifle from the ground, it went off and shot Huffman. Huffman died at the scene. A family friend says Huffman was a great outdoorsman and died doing what he loved. We're learning new details in the tragic death of a woman at Six Flags Over Texas. According to a report, there were prior troubles with the ride she was on. Rosa Ayala Goana died in July when she was thrown from the Texas Giant roller coaster. One employee told police the safety restraint on the car Rosa was riding in was not as tight as it should be. Another employee said days before the accident, maintenance employees had to fix one of the ride's safety sensors. Officials in the Philippines are working on relief efforts after the country was hit by one of the biggest, if not the strongest, tropical cyclone ever recorded. The storm slammed into the central Philippines today, killing at least 4 people and forcing hundreds of thousands from their homes. Officials say it could have been much worse. The storm blew away from the islands just before it could do any more damage. Officials say that John Cantrell was charged with 2 counts of a lewd act with a child under 14 back in 2008 for incidents that reportedly happened in 1990. Those charges were later dismissed. A hearing on the removal of the 16-year-old girl from the Cantrell's home is set for next Tuesday in Wood County. That was 47 back handsprings. Crystal Person, a junior at Sulphur Springs High School, flipped her way into the Guinness Book of World Records tonight. Her family sent us that video. And just before the game, you saw it, she performed 47 back handsprings, breaking the world record of 44. She holds both state and national gymnastics titles and has been looking forward to a new world title. She's been doing back handsprings since the age of 5 when her parents put her in gymnastics classes. While we're on the topic of athletes who spent the day inspiring people around them, this group of Special Olympians hit the lanes in Longview today.
Why wouldn't you want to smell delicious?
I'd fall off the chair if you were wearing bacon deodorant. I don't think I could handle that.
I think I would attract the wrong kind of person.
I was going to say, there'd be dogs
Meaty,
chasing you. Like you've seen the commercials.
Dogs and dogs and people like me following me around. You got bacon?
It's the final Friday night of the high school football regular season, and 2 of the biggest games in the state were right here in East Texas.
Yeah, 2 big.
The ATF is investigating what caused the fire. Firefighters are staying at the scene tonight to make sure no hot spots flare up. People affected by the flames will not be allowed back into their burned homes and stores until sometime tomorrow. Now to a story you saw first on our website. The Kilgore Police Department is investigating the death of a missing woman found earlier today inside a crashed car. The Smith County Sheriff's Office says Elizabeth Hamilton was found inside her mother's crashed Cadillac SUV near the intersection of Highway 69 and Ballard Drive in Lindale. They say the SUV was stuck in a small creek and was hidden by trees and brush. Hamilton was reported missing on October 25th when she left her mother's home to get cigarettes and never came back. The Sheriff's Office says 2 people walking on the west side of Highway 69 found the SUV this morning. They say it looks like Hamilton was the only person involved in the crash. Her death is not considered suspicious. New tonight, officials need your help finding a missing East Texas man. The Sabine County Sheriff's Office says 28-year-old Alfred Wright of Jasper has been missing since Thursday night. Alfred was last seen walking on Highway 87 around 4 miles south of Hemphill. If you know anything about where this man is, you're asked to call the Sabine County Sheriff's Office. East Texans are rallying around 2 parents who are desperately searching for their daughter. Friends and family of Andy and Patty Grove gathered today at Wells High School. The event was organized to support the couple's search for their daughter, 26-year-old Catherine Grove. Catherine's parents say she joined the Church of Wells earlier this year, and they have not heard from her since then. The Groves believe Catherine is being held against her will. The couple says they just want to talk to their daughter to know she is safe. We spoke with the elders of the Church of Wells last month about Catherine Grove. They told us Grove came to their church on her own free will. The Groves are from Arkansas, but say they're basically living in Wells while they try to get in touch with their daughter. A day on the lake was cut short for some East Texans whose boat caught on fire. The Smith County Sheriff's Office says the fire started on a pontoon boat floating on Lake Tyler East. They say the fire was started by an electrical short. No one was hurt, and the boat was towed back to shore. The driver of an 18-wheeler is behind bars after East Texas officials used spike strips to stop him. Lufkin police and DPS arrested James Abel last night in Lufkin. They say Abel was driving drunk and also had drugs in his semi-truck. Abel is charged with evading arrest, driving while intoxicated, and possession of a controlled substance. A Utah doctor is facing 15 years to life in prison for the murder of his wife. Dr. Martin McNeil was found guilty this morning of drugging and drowning his wife in Provo, Utah. Michelle McNeil was found dead in her bathtub back in 2007. Her death was thought to be caused by complications following plastic surgery, but prosecutors proved McNeil gave his wife a deadly dose of drugs, then held her head underwater in the bathtub until she drowned. They say he did all of that to be with his mistress, Gypsy Willis. Dozens of witnesses testified against McNeil, including 2 of his daughters. One of them spoke about the verdict. McNeil remains in jail on $1 million bail. He will be sentenced on January 7th. State Senator Wendy Davis is officially running for Texas governor. Davis filed to be the 48th governor of Texas earlier today in Austin. Today is the first day candidates can file for governor. Davis, famous for her pro-choice filibuster, says she now wants to focus on issues like creating jobs and education. Attorney General Greg Abbott also announced he's officially running for Texas governor. Abbott filed his paperwork shortly after Davis and held a volunteer rally today in Austin. East Texans are honoring veterans in all sorts of ways this weekend. The second annual Operation Give Gratitude gave people the chance to thank a veteran. The event was held at the Gladewater Rodeo Grounds and also helped raise money for veterans who are disabled. Some of the vets who joined in the fun say the gathering itself was a big enough thank you. Patriot Guard and Vietnam Veterans of America also participated and supported today's event. Last year's Operation Give Gratitude raised $20,000 for disabled veterans. Pancakes, waffles, and anything else made better by syrup better watch out. East Texans are loaded up with the old-fashioned kind. An East Texas tradition is living on in Henderson this weekend.